You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Hang on, I'm trying to get my man Brian. Hello? You don't hear me? You heard that, but didn't hear me. Okay, so let me check my audio, but I didn't hear you at all. Let's see. No, actually, I'm on live. What's up? There's Roland's Review, Ricardo. We're trying to get my man in the house here, and apparently I must have messed up something here. Hold up. Let's see. Okay, actually, my battery is getting low, so maybe that's part of the problem. Okay, hold on, good people. Media. Okay. Paula Bettis, what's up? Queen Bella, how are you doing, Bella? Bear with us for a second here. I'm on the road again. Just can't wait to be on the road again. Can you guys hear me okay out there in La La Land? Hopefully you guys do. And let me see. Try the settings here real quick. My audio is working fine there, Brian. Let's see. Okay. Still nothing. Okay. Try and log out and go back in. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Can a brother can you hear me real quick? Are you okay? Yes. Well, for some reason we can't hear Brian at the moment. So let me double check and make sure I've got my audio is okay. Audio settings. Test mic. My mic is okay. Background. My volume level is okay. Help me, Rhonda. Okay. I heard him log out. Much better. Okay. All right. Hello, good people. How's everybody doing here on this Monday night, the last Monday night of football? Hopefully, I can get my man Prime Time in here. Let me try something, though, real quick and see. Make sure that I've got it all set up. Sometimes it gets feedback. Okay. Interesting take today. You know, it's so funny that the Cowboys ended up winning the game. We won against the Texans and we got killed Friday. Oh, the Cowboys, on a short week. On a short week. And here it was listening to a lot of the talking heads. It was like, oh, it's nothing to worry about for the Eagles. Oh, no. It's just because they didn't have their starting quarterback. I'm like, wait a minute. We didn't have our starting quarterback and y'all killed us. Here it is. We're only one game behind them, and we kicked their ass. And of course, the Cowboys, their ass. If the Cowboys play like they did against the Vikings, they could beat anybody. That was the best game I've seen them play all year. David Morrison, hello there, Cowboys Nation. What's up, David Morrison? Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. The only thing I don't have now, this is my mobile studio that I have here, where I actually have three screens that are up, so I can see what's going on. And let's see if Brian Green can hear me this time. Okay. I hear it dinging, connecting to audio, and can't hear you yet. Brian Green connected to audio. So, Brian Green, oh my God, the excuses Queen Bella that they were making. Oh, it was because everything goes through Jalen Hurts. That's why he's the MVP. And I'm like, come on, dudes. Seriously? Thank you for the video. You surprised me. I have a video for you in a few weeks. And see you. Thanks, Rhonda. I don't want any sports stooges today. I don't want to hear it. Oh, Twins dig up. Twin. Oh, when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. Oh, when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. I want to be in that number when the Saints kick that Eagles ass. How you doing, Twin Digger? Okay, I'm still trying to figure out, Brian, what's going on? Brian, are you there? It said you connected to your audio. It went off and then it came back on. Let's see. Are you there, brother? Caramel Corn, Lola, Roland's review. What are you crying for, Roland? What's up? I hate the e-girls. Okay, so while we're waiting for the game to get started here and for Brian to get here, Stacy Schubert will be at the tailgate. I'm going to be at the tailgate, and it seems like we're going to have a few more people than I thought that have been interested in the tailgate. If you go to my homepage, if you're interested in going, go to my homepage, and when you do, there's a thing that says community. Click on community, and the very first posting is all about the tailgate. We're going to be in red zone lot. The tickets, if you get them today or tomorrow, he still can't hear me. Okay, let me try something here. Okay, okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna try to do a new link. Okay, let me try it again. Hold on. Let me try and redo the link and redo it. Hold on, guys. My apologies. Give me a second, good people. Okay. Let me delete that one. I'm redoing the meeting. It's always hard on the road. Okay, hang on. Let me start this meeting. Okay, I'm connected with my computer audio. Okay, let me try this again for Brian real quick. Forgive me, y'all. Okay, Brian, try that one. Let's see if that works. Okay. Let's see if that works. All right, Brian, try me again. I may have changed, this, I'm not on my home turf and I haven't used this in a while. Rhonda, you're not right. Rhonda, what'd you do? Those drugs never help. Don't even start. All right, so how do we feel about the Cowboys playing the Commanders that have nothing to play for but pride? Do we think that we're going to go ahead and bitch slap them? Do we think that the Eagles are going to go ahead and, the 13 and a half point favorites over the Giants? Are the Giants going to rest their players? Primetime Phil on location. Well, we better get this shit together. Um, I've got to make sure I have my shit together. If I'm going to be hitting the road, I got to be able to make sure I get you guys in. Eastside Herald, what's up, Eastside? How you doing? Rhonda, you're being good. Miss Biscuits, you're being good. Sup, Marcus? Feel a little better. Penn State about uh to win the Rose Bowl. We better smack them. Hey Lola, Rhonda. Hey, Eagle or punk ass. Giants will play for revenge. Okay. All right. Let's see. Mark, why does everything have to be double standard for the Cowboys? Because the Cowboys are kingmakers. If you talk about the Cowboys, you will get publicity. Let's be clear here. Nobody cares about the Jets. Nobody even cares about the Eagles. Marcus Blackman, what's up? How are you doing? Isaiah Ramirez, what's going on? Crazy Corvette, Cowboys going to be yawning while playing the Commanders. I love that car. What's good? What's good is that the Eagles lost. You'll be at the tailgate in spirit too. Well, you'll be able to see. I hope, depending on how the Wi-Fi is working, I hope that we'll be able to live stream the tailgate so you guys can see it. Mr. Rowdy Barnes, what's up? Hold up, who's got them biscuits? Rhonda's got them biscuits. What do I need to do to come to your tailgate party? How much is it? Mike Fields, we if you go to the community tab, on the community tab is all the information about the tailgate. I'm not charging for people to go. We are asking for donations to help cover the cost of the food and everything else. I've got to get about 120 pounds of chicken wings and about 100 pounds of pork shoulder and about 40 pounds of hamburger and everything else. So if you're coming, let me know you're coming. And if you want to do a little donation, there's a link in there to do that as well. Um, Angelica Barron, what's up? I can't wait for next week's game. It's a premium when you include the Dallas Cowboys and everything. What's up, Ivan? How are you doing? Left hand up. No, I think they're just gonna be like, we can put it down now. Hubby is laughing. Hey, Mark and my Cowboys family. How you doing, Mary Lawn? I don't have my sound effects with me. That's the next thing I got to do is get a little streaming deck to take on the road, so that way I can make sure I get you guys. Man, I want to see eyebrows. I have to say that was the dumbest thing that the Commanders did was benching eyebrows for Carson Wentz. They deserve everything they got. Okay, he's connected to my audio. Hopefully
Can you
he
hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I heard you. I heard myself. I did a mic test, so I don't know.
Okay, well, I think it was actually me because I had to connect to the
I know it
computer's
was you.
audio.
It's all
So,
right. It's all good.
okay, everybody, can you hear my man Brian?
Game time. Game time's in the house. What's up, Stacy? Roland's reviews. I
Nope,
see.
nope,
I see
hold on.
Angelica.
I got to change the board here. Make sure I get Brian in here because I know he wants to be seen. Um, so how you doing today, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
I
You
am.
are still in Delaware, huh? You're close to me. You're about we're at in Delaware. Oh, you don't have to get specific, but are you just how far from the Delaware Memorial?
I don't know where the Delaware Memorial is. I am.
That's right off of 90. That's right off of 95.
Rehoboth.
No, it's further down.
Okay.
I'm about 45 minutes over the Delaware Memorial Bridge. The Delaware Memorial is probably a half hour from Philly, so you're probably not that far.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
There we go. I got it now. All right. Boom. Um, yeah, it's been we missed. Okay, I don't know if you watch Yellowstone. We watch Yellowstone. They have the season finale or the mid season finale
Turn
of it.
my mic down.
And turn my mic down.
No, mine. See, Rhonda saying my mic is loud.
Okay, let me. Don't. I'll adjust it in my audio here.
Yeah, yeah. I have it.
Okay.
You just high enough to hear you.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and say something and see if
Check,
that's better.
check. Rhonda, how was that? Is that better for you?
That should be better.
Balls
Okay.
is in the house. Mike
Okay.
Aldana. What up, Mike?
Game time is louder. Okay. So is that better now, everybody?
Is it better? Good,
Okay.
good. Queen Bella's in the house.
Yeah.
He's
Actually,
on the
hot
scene.
mic. Okay. Hopefully, I got that better. So let's see.
He's
All
on the
right. Getting
road,
ready.
people.
Yeah, I'm on the
We
road
good?
here, and I actually haven't done this in a while on the road. I've been home for all the other
Nah.
ones, so it's still a matter of getting everything balanced and
Now
reset.
it's too low.
It's too low.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the middle between blow your ears
Okay.
off and silent.
Queen Bella. You are the father. Is in the
Lord.
house. Okay. Both of you are low. Okay. Let me turn. Let me turn it up then. Okay. All right. Let's
Oh,
see if
when the
that's better.
saints go marching in,
Okay. Just a little too low. Okay,
they go
Captain Taki.
marching in.
I turned. Okay. Let's
Sorry.
see if that's better. If that's got it for you guys. Okay. Mark needs a
We
tech
good? Are we
mic in
good? Are
front
we
of him.
good? Are we good?
Well, I've been laying floor, and literally, I just set up like 30 minutes before the game here. Okay. Can,
Yeah,
can,
that's not bad.
can you guys give a brother a break? Just give a brother a little break here. I do the best I can now. Okay. The fact that I can actually I'm out
Yeah, yeah.
ways from home, long way from home
You're
here,
about 2 hours
and
away, right?
two and a
Hour?
half hours, and having to go over that damn Bay Bridge and shit.
Dude, well, then you are not far from me.
Went over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and then
Oh, you
it's
went the, no, you didn't go over Chesapeake Bay Bridge. That's in Norfolk.
yeah, it
You're
is.
in
That's the
Delaware.
quicker way. I'm in Delaware. I'm not in
I
Philadelphia.
know.
I'm in Pennsylvania, Delaware. All
I
right.
know.
Okay.
Over
So
close to
real talk here.
anyway.
Real talk here. Let's get down to the meats of this. Okay. I don't know who you're looking for, Buffalo or Cincinnati on this one. I guess Cincinnati winning would end up being that the Cowboys could have as good a record as either of them, or both of them, which would be kind of cool. Um, the Eagles yesterday. Your thoughts on them? Is it just Jalen Hurts, or do they have problems all the way around?
Well, listen, they're a better team with Jalen Hurts, but they have problems all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
They're just now catching up to the injuries. The assumption is that we've gone through the whole year with no injury. You know what I mean? Which is an absolute ridiculous notion.
Yeah.
We lost major parts of our team for blocks. We lost our starting left tackle. Okay, we lost our quarterback for
Right.
5 games. They
Mm-hmm.
lost it for 2, and they're 0-2.
That's what's
So
killed. It was so funny for me listening to him because Shady McCoy. Well, we lost our quarterback, we lost our right tackle, and
okay,
we lost, whoever it was in the secondary, and I'm like, we lost Tyron Smith before the season even started. We lost Dak for 5 games. We going to get Michael Gallup back to what, week 4, and still wasn't right.
right.
It's not like we haven't had like major problems of our own here. And they're
We
sitting there,
lost Terrence
they're making
Steele. Like we lost our starting right tackle who was
right,
playing at a Pro Bowl level.
yeah.
We
So
know how the
that's
Pro Bowl works.
it's
They'll
kind
make
of
it the
like losing
following.
Lane Johnson, but add to that then losing your left tackle too. So
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Pollard's missed a couple games.
Zeke's missed a game.
We can go on and on. We lost our starting
Mm-hmm.
linebacker. We look,
And
Vander
Anthony,
Esch.
yeah, Anthony Barr, we
We've
lost him
lost.
for a few games and
Yeah,
stuff too. So yeah,
yeah.
we've
We've
actually had
lost.
quite a lot
Yeah.
of injuries here. But of course, Cowboys injuries don't matter.
Not to
Cowboys
mention
injuries.
the guy we traded for, Hankins. We've lost him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we
Who we
lost our
maybe we get
2
back.
starting cornerbacks. We lost our
We
number
lost
2 and
2.
number 3 starting corners.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on and on. What I'm trying to say is, without being long winded, is you stop it with the injuries, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an excuse for us. It's not an excuse for you. I want to see you not have your quarterback for 3 more games and see where we
Mm-hmm.
like how important this is. We lost 2 overtime or 2
Ooh.
games that's going to come back to get us.
Yeah.
But
Now,
you know,
here's the thing: is they're saying that Jalen Hurts is going to play this weekend. They should be ashamed of themselves that it has to come down to the last week when you were up
what's up,
3
Bob?
games.
How you doing, buddy?
They honestly should be embarrassed that they have to actually play that last game to try and get it.
Well, if you've I actually just watched a little while ago. I watched, believe it or not, Nick Sirianni's. I was looking for McCarthy's, but I didn't see it. But I
Mm-hmm.
saw a Sirianni's press conference, and boy, boy, does he look like one humbled person. He's lost that attitude. He's lost that chip on his
You,
shoulder.
you know,
Why?
I
Why is
actually
that?
think I think we broke him. He changed his whole tune and said, "Well, you guys are a really good team. We'll see you again."
Yeah.
But this is the guy who's always running around saying "F you" to the crowds and shit. The Mister Rah Rah boy. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, he doesn't seem to have the answers. But
How about them Eagles? Yeah.
this goes back to their schedule. What is the signature win that they've had this year?
Well, after hearing you say that, I really started thinking about that. Yeah, I think that's where you have your main point. Is they didn't play anybody. They weren't tested. They literally weren't tested by a good team.
Their biggest wins:
Minnesota early in
Cowboys,
the year.
yeah, Minnesota, and the Cowboys without Cooper Rush.
But
Yeah,
Minnesota was like week 1 or 2. It was like
and
real
Monday night. I'm just saying that's the biggest ones. I mean, unless you say the
at home.
Titans,
Yeah.
the
At home
Tit.
too.
I mean, the Titans they blew them out, but the Titans are on a 5-game lose streak when they did.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um
and I'm going to say this
yeah.
too. Here's the thing too: the Commanders were physical with them. We were physical with them. The Bears were physical with them, and the Saints were very, very physical. They
We
are
were
not.
physical. Yeah. We were
Yeah.
physical with them with a defense that is so banged up right now,
Mm-hmm.
especially on the front line, as far as Hankins not being there. We don't have all of our pieces on defense. So
Yeah.
that's, as physical as we were, I think we would all admit, look at the Bengals.
Uh huh.
Um, I, I think
Whoa.
we would all admit that Washington and New Orleans are stout up front.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going
Yeah.
to be an
Physical.
issue. That's why our game was a little closer. Yeah, they were coming in. If people got to realize they were coming in with all the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Now all the momentum, you could see it. It's gone. It's gone, and it'll be interesting to see if the Giants actually try and play like Daboll, their coach,
He
is
says they
saying that
are,
they
but who
are.
knows? But that may be
Well,
trying to force them
yeah.
to be prepared for it. But they're talking about playing Jalen Hurts, and here's the thing: Jalen Hurts, if that shoulder is still kind of touchdown Cincinnati, if that shoulder is still kind of jacked up, and he takes some more abuse on it, he might set it back.
Well, that's the thing. Remember, I was telling you this was per Brian Broaddus. It's not the AC joint. They could shoot up the AC
Mm-hmm.
joint, and you could bang it, but
Yeah.
this is more like I forget the term he used. You forgive me, but it was something you can't shoot up, and you got to be careful with this. It's on his throwing shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And he could re-injure it or injure it worse. So, hey,
Yeah.
man, you want to be stupid enough to play him next week
So,
because you're that
so
desperate?
the thought is well, he'll just run. Well, that's how he hurt
Okay,
it. That's how he
exactly,
hurt it. Was getting
exactly.
tackled.
Well, because I saw it was an ES. I think it was Get Up. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was Ryan Clark and those guys, and they were
Yeah.
talking about oh, it was Dan Orlovsky too. You know, he wants, it hurts to play. And he goes,
Yeah.
well, if Hurts plays, they're going to be good to go. And the other two guys, including Rex Ryan, who I'm not a big fan of Rex,
Mm-hmm. He hates the
but
Cowboys.
yeah, but he even said, he goes, you got to identify, is he able to protect himself,
Mm-hmm.
and can he play? It's not about playing with pain. It's, can you protect yourself? That's why I'm gonna reach out to the chat. I see here Glimmer Man. He's always in my lives and me
Mm-hmm.
and Phil's lives, and he agrees. Um, these type of quarterbacks are not long for this league.
That's what I'm
I'm
telling you,
sorry.
man. I
I'm
agree.
sorry. I'm not trying to hate, but your main weapon, without you being able to run the ball, you're average, maybe slightly above.
Oh man, Joseph Heatherly is that's you know what? Let me say this much. Shout out to Twiz Digga because he's in here manning the F up and taking the abuse. Joseph Heatherly is like literally lighting them up and stuff. His condolences. You must
Yeah,
be in
Twiz has been
pain,
in our lives. He's
I mean,
really
shout out to Joseph.
he's straight up.
I'm sad that Joseph was on the East Coast, but I could not see him this week, unfortunately, this past week. But he's gotten back safe to Arizona. Make sure you give Maya a hug and a kiss for me and let her know I said hello. Um,
Brodus mentioned the SC joint of the shoulder, and
That's what it is. SC joint. It's
SC
different
joint.
than the AC joint. You can't shoot that up.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google it, people. It's not
Thrill
a
Taylor, you're 100% right. It's going to be that we do need to run the football. Coming up here, I was driving to Delaware today. I was listening to FX1, and Colin Cowherd commercials are forever on. And he's always spouting about, Dak Prescott, when he has to throw over 41 times in a game, they're like 7-15. Well, basically, that's probably true with most quarterbacks, because if you're having to throw 50 times in the game, it's because it's a shootout or you're behind and you're throwing. So it's kind of skewed. They're kind of saying that, if Dak throws 41 times, they're going to lose because he's just asked. No, it's the situation. And when you think about throughout Dak Prescott's career, when we had the worst defense in football, where we were scoring 41 points a game sometimes and still losing, yeah, of course, that happens. But we do need to get to running the football again. And hopefully our offensive line will be ready to rock and roll. I'm kind of curious to see how the Cowboys come out this week against the
right. I was
Commanders.
going to ask you that.
The Cowboys were playing the same time as the Eagles. We're both at 4:25. I was hoping it was going to be a 1:00 kickoff, because that would be perfect, because start out in the morning, tailgate and game at 1:00, get the hell out of there and so on. But 4:25 is not bad. I'm just glad it's not Sunday night football, because I'm really not trying to leave FedEx at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, we got to go out and play it like we want to win.
I was asking for this all along. Listen, if there's guys that are so banged up, then you need to rest them. But that's not Dak. That's not Dak. Assuming that tweak of the knee that everybody said he's fine, Dak's missed 5 games. So that's, listen, man, you got to play. You have to play. This is what we got to do. As far as these offensive linemen, we have to, play. I don't know what's going on with our center. He's out, so we need to see everybody play this. I don't know what they're going to do with left tackle. I would imagine it's going to be Jason Peters. So they need to play, man. This is what I wanted all along. I wanted us to play the last week. Obviously, if we had everything wrapped up, it would be different. But it's not wrapped up. If we can win the division, you win the division. People are looking at matchups, and I think I'd rather play this. No, just go play the game. And if you look at it, if at halftime Eagles are up 20, then you could do whatever. You know
right.
what I mean?
The Eagles are 13.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
And that they're looking at this and saying, this is a must win for us, because losing it means you go from being the number 1 seed to the 5th seed. That's a lot to lose. Now,
it
for
is
us
a lot to lose. And everybody's looking at that first round game. It's not
we'd be taking Tom. Okay, so Tom Brady was Tom Brady. Did you watch that game yesterday?
I did.
Tom Brady was cussing everybody out and putting a foot in the ass. But their defense is not as stout as they had been before.
No.
Their defense is giving up points and stuff. Now, that was Mike Evans showed up for the first time, got his first touchdown since week 4. They're playing better, and, of course, Tom Brady in the playoffs. But, it's going to be one of those things that our old nemesis are going to be in the playoffs. Green Bay, if they win, Green Bay's in the playoffs.
And I like Detroit in that game, but let's just for the sake of the argument, going by the odds, we're either going to play in Tampa against Tom Brady, or we're going to get the number 2 seed.
Yeah,
we're not going to get the 1.
Because San
49ers will win. Yeah, 49ers will win against Arizona.
They're playing the Cardinals, right?
Yeah. So, then we're going to play home against Aaron Rodgers. Now, I'll take the home against Aaron Rodgers. I just will, because I'd rather play home. But, it's not like we're picking who we want to play. You want to play in the higher seed. Maybe not for the first round, but as it goes on, because you never know what's going to happen with the 6th and 7th seed.
Here's the thing. The last 3 years, the NFC's number 1 seeds have been losing.
Right.
Titans and Green Bay were both number one seeds last year. They both lost their first game.
Yeah. Well, I got what I wanted. I got to where the Eagles had to play the last week. They could
Mm-hmm.
say whatever they're going to say. They
Yeah.
have to play.
Right.
Now, you know, I mean, obviously, if they have to play and then they get the bye, well, then okay. But you're still risking your quarterback. I'm still
Yeah.
not 100% sure that Hurts is going to play.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, though. In the last 2 weeks, they've lost like 3 starters.
Yeah. And it's not long term, but the defensive end probably won't play this week.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
being carted off.
yeah, Josh Sweat, they're probably
Josh
going to
Sweat,
give
right.
him.
And you still have your cornerback that you lost.
Arguably is their best defensive player right now,
Mhm.
or at least their
Right.
pass rush
Yeah.
edge.
So, and Lane Johnson makes a difference on that offensive line.
Lane Johnson's huge. That's the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try and play in the playoffs, but Mark, he's got a torn abdomen.
Right. That's not going to just magically.
That's not going to go
heal.
away.
Yeah.
You can't really shoot that up. It's torn.
Well, you can shoot it up so you don't feel the pain, but you still can't
guess you
use the
could.
freaking muscle.
Yeah, it's not good. for
So,
them.
but okay, so looking around the NFL right now, so you had, they kept saying that the Cowboys have no momentum, even though we won against the Texans, and even though we did beat the Eagles. I'm sitting here looking at everybody across the board as far as this week. San Francisco won, but do you look at that and say, "Oh yeah, they were great"? Look how many points that defense gave up. They had to win in
I
overtime.
agree. This is the year. This is the year. I mean, I think San Fran is playing the best. They're on the biggest roll.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you. Their defense is not playing that great, and I still stick to the point where I think our ceiling is as high as anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean. I just do. We're so banged up on defense, and yet we're still winning. We're gonna get Leighton back. We're gonna get Hankins back. We'll see what
Yeah.
Hankins can do. Those are two huge pieces.
Definitely.
We've discovered Deron Bland, who's going to be every bit and then some on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
We found gold is what we found with Deron Bland. We were happy with him playing the slot, and then after I did some digging, that's where he played. He played the outside in college, so he's very comfortable. They just didn't want to put him out there. That's going to be good. So,
well, I tell you what. Here's what I'm looking at. Okay, so either we're going to be the number 2 seed, or the Eagles will be the number 1 seed.
Right.
Minnesota will be the 3rd seed, and the Giants are locked in at 6. That's the nicest set right there for the wild card weekend. The Giants going against Kirk freaking Cousins.
Yeah.
We got Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, arguably the best quarterback in the conference right now. They'll be in the playoffs. And it'll be probably Green Bay or Detroit. Well, I mean, if Detroit wins, they need Seattle to lose, don't they?
Yes, they need Seattle to lose. Correct.
So, of those guys, they're going to be playing.
I think Detroit's going to win, but I think Seattle's going to win probably.
Seattle plays the Rams, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't see the Rams beating Seattle. So, I'm not sure about that. Let me look. I'm not sure who they play.
I think they do. I think they play the Rams. I think Seattle plays the Rams.
Well, I think Detroit's going to beat Green Bay, and then Seattle's going to win, which would mean what?
Mm-hmm. That they would be in, I think. They'd stay in.
Seattle would be in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Seattle's in at the moment now.
Yeah, but but that's because of Green Bay.
If Green Bay
over the week, they'll have a better. If Green Bay wins, they're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they own the tiebreaker on it, but okay.
Because Seattle's playing.
They go after a heads up. I mean, after record
home against the Rams.
After the record, then it goes to like division wins if it's in the division, and conference wins and so on.
Yeah,
they got so many.
It's the hardest. They got to win and then hope that Seattle loses.
Right, and Green Bay, all they have to do is win, and they're
kind of room for Detroit only because I think they could actually beat somebody. That's what you want.
Tony's
You know, you
Cowboy
want
Show. What's up, Miss Hot Sauce Lola? Lola, is it still
Thomas
raining
Garrett.
there?
What's up, buddy?
Raphael, Seattle beats Detroit in the season. Seattle beat Detroit in the season. The 49ers gave up 500
Yeah.
yards to Jarrett Stidham and 6-10 Raiders, but some of y'all are crowning them. Laugh out
I'll
loud.
tell you one thing. He makes you wonder if they would have went to Jared Stidham earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders might have been in the playoffs. He looked good. He was showing.
He looked really good.
Dime. Right. He was showing.
And the funny thing is that apparently they're thinking that they might be able to get at least a second, if not a first, for Derek Carr.
I don't think they're getting a first for him, but I could see a second. Maybe to the
But as Carson Wentz proved,
Commanders.
Oh, they screwed themselves. You know, they got exactly what they deserved because they should have never went back to Carson Wentz. Sorry. They were ass, and Carson Wentz literally had 2 interceptions and 1 completion.
Yeah, it looked ugly, and they asked him to talk about the 1 interception.
Or said, yeah.
Like the interception.
He's like, which one?
Jeez.
David Morrison said, I can't see the Lions losing to the Lions in Packerland.
I hear
What's up,
you.
Twist? Are you okay
you're
from yesterday?
Right, but I don't know. I think Detroit's on a roll. I think they're very talented. I think Goff's playing great.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see. I don't know.
Look at my eyebrows. Okay, so do you feel better about the Cowboys now, having seen how everybody else played this weekend after everybody killed our Cowboys?
I think, the only thing that could make the Eagles feel comfortable, if it's a close game, I don't care what the fans are saying, even if you get the 1 seed, that's scary getting the bye and having to come back out playing 3 mediocre to bad
But
games.
if they lose,
if they
lose and then have to play the next week as the 5th seed,
I've already come to the conclusion. If Dallas plays their guys, they ain't losing. I think Washington's blowing that up.
Oh man, I'm happy that we're just not resting everybody. That we've got this tailgate and everything else. And I was like, shit, we're gonna be locked into the 5th seed. You got nothing to play for. Carlton Jenkins, God bless you, Mark. Your show rocks. I watch you every day. Shout out to you, Carlton. I will get you guys added to the drawing and stuff. I'm on the road, so I don't have my notepad, but all of them are recorded into the system, so I'll get you added. Appreciate you, bro. I can't wait for the tailgate. I cannot wait for the tailgate. Crush Time Sports. Dak turnovers don't concern me. Of course they concern you, but here's the thing. You take a look right now. The Cowboys have the exact same number of turnovers as the Buffalo Bills.
All right. Well,
the exact same number as Pat Mahomes in Kansas City.
I'm going to read you some information after you're done.
If we were turning over the ball like that and not scoring points, if we were scoring and averaging like 21 points a game and doing those turnovers, I would be going crazy. Oh, wow. Big turnover. But we're scoring points, guys. My quarterback is like sticking up. How many turnovers
does Dak have?
I think he's got 12. Is it 11 or 12 interceptions?
All right. Well, I'm going to read you. Oh, yeah. I just saw it. I'm going to read you some numbers. Jeff Karen, I know he told me he was going to come on with you. He reached out to me and just gave me a screenshot.
I'm sorry?
Tony.
I'm sorry.
Karen.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave me some numbers here. In 2006, these are Tony Romo's interception numbers. Okay. He had 13 in 2006. He had 19 in 2007. He had 14 in 2008. He had 9 in 2009. He had 7 in 2010. 2011, he had 10. 2012, he had 19. 2013, you have 10. I mean, you get the idea. He's get a crap ton of INTs. And we all know Dak has never had that. Never. And
the best season they had, though.
Half of them are not even his fault, but that's fine. They're the numbers of the numbers. That's how they keep track. Use your eyes, people. Hit ball or ball that goes through somebody's hands, it goes to the guy behind them. If it's not thrown high, come on.
If Anthony says, Mark, what what must we do to beat the Buccaneers? Score more points than them.
I have to run the ball, and that's my fear. But we'll see. I think Pollard. I think those passes to Pollard are like runs.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard to stop.
Yeah,
So
they're like an elongated handoff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of that. You need to put points up against the Buccaneers to win the game. You can't. So,
we got prime time.
Look at him.
Lord, no hat on tonight.
He's showing off the.
He's showing off the haircut.
Fade.
Oh shit!
Yeah, finally.
That took a couple years.
Like
off
a bear.
What's up,
Mark,
prime
you're
time?
on vacation, huh?
I am. Yeah, I'm in Delaware in an Eagle fan's house. I've been riding that ass all day long. She's just like,
we saw the one video. We saw like a crack. Nice.
With my crack, did it? I thought I edited it out.
Kills.
I thought I edited. Oh well.
Wait, maybe.
I guess somebody will be out there doing his thing, seeing that. Our
I'll
buddy.
talk to you about that later.
It's getting deep, man. It's getting deep.
I heard. I heard.
It's
I reached out to him.
It's almost comical. The attention that he's looking for, he's getting emboldened. But definitely.
But now, you know who's upset, but we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I know. Believe me, yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I was like, well, hold up, man. It's been, hello.
Look at Miss Biscuit says Plumber's crack was sexy. Laugh out loud.
He liked it.
Okay. Have I heard from Derek Young? Mary Lon, have we seen Derek Young? I don't think I have in a while now that you mention it. Eagle fans still butthurt.
I know Rio's back.
And he still has yet to reach out. I'm like, I literally looked. I hunted him down all over the place and still haven't heard back from him. I guess maybe because
doors to him, you give him your come on, bro.
He was there at Tailgate last year, first in line for food.
There sitting next to him this year.
Lordy! So I'm
gonna.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow and see if he's going to the game or not. See if he's going to come back.
You can't miss out on that new mascot.
Oh my God!
Yeah, right.
That thing is so ugly.
I like how they.
I didn't when I saw it. Okay, so here's what happened with the Commanders. Last week there was a lawsuit by the Hogs suing the Washington Commanders for using their name without compensating them. So the Commanders were basically using their original Hogs, name, this, that, and the other, trademark, which is trademarked, and not paying for it. So then I see them on the field, and I saw the pig. I was like, what the hell is this pig? I didn't realize that that's actually the mascot. I'm like, that's the ugliest, hideous mascot I've ever seen in my life. It's like, what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
So
are you doing repairs? What are you traveling?
I am putting down about 800 feet of flooring through 3 rooms. We got up here with the rest of the materials. Yeah, and I started because it's like literally from the front of the house to the back of the house, and I've got the worst
800
line
feet,
of it.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
It's a lot of flooring. I put down probably about 200 feet of it. We didn't get here till like 3:00 today, and had to take the carpet and the linoleum up. So we got that up and started running it. And then tomorrow morning, first thing, it'll be easy to get started, get rolling. I'm actually kind of whooped because I stayed up late last night because I missed the original airing of Yellowstone, and the second airing came on at 11:30, and it was not worth staying up for.
Yeah, I haven't started watching that. I might go back to the beginning eventually.
This season has not been as good as the past. That Commander's pig is it's so hideous. What were they thinking about that? I mean, you have literally changed from.
Just tap.
Hold on. Let me show this to the good people here. This is freaking ridiculous.
One day at practice at summer camp, I said, okay, you Hogs, let's get down to the bullpen down there. And the guys kind of chuckled about it.
Oh my God, it's so hug. What? Oh shit. Major Tuddy. Oh boy. Maybe it should be just Major L. Oh God.
I don't like the word tutty.
How about Major L? That's what it should be. Major L. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I forgot. I got something here today. Here we go.
Yeah. What's it say?
Choke season. Eagles choke season.
Yeah.
How about that?
Lord Brunson.
We'll put that up there. Lord Brunson. Yes, we've got Major Tuddy. That's
This ain't good here.
what's that? The game?
Look at the Bills. This is not good. They're crying.
Oh shit.
It's not good.
I was sitting there looking at Major Tuddy. They got the ambulance. This isn't the cart. They got the ambulance. That's back stretcher and all.
Yeah,
Look at Josh.
Crying. That's not good. That's everybody. Jesus. I don't like to see this.
Everybody, I don't know that I've seen people crying.
Oh, I did. I saw stuff.
Do we know who's down?
I don't know.
The biggest fear of the NFL is for somebody to die on the field.
Oh, he just collapsed after the tackle.
Yeah, he got hit and then he collapsed. But who was it, Phil?
It was
It was special teams, right?
They went to commercial, so not to show.
Number 3, yeah.
But they looked like
he stood up.
His heart shut down. The guy was stood up and just dropped.
Oof.
Hamlin? Cop Pistol has officially retired. Say what?
No.
I don't think so.
He's finishing out the year.
That's not.
Diggs was crying.
Yeah, I know.
Alan Williams, what's happening? Lord Jesus Hamlin. He went limp and dropped on his back.
He got hit in the chest, like with the helmet. So it's like.
Ooh, I'm hoping it's. Oh yeah. No. I'm hoping it didn't. I'm not going to speculate. Sometimes those hard hits to the chest could stop your heart. I hope something like that didn't happen. And you would thought they would have been out there.
Going out.
Yeah, it could be a combination of things. I mean, you don't know when he swung it around. It's what part of it. Yeah.
What's up, Gina Thorne? How are you?
Did I see your subscriber message? I missed it. Let me see. Will the Giants play their stars? I think they won't. Diabald said that they weren't resting people. Now, whether that's the case or not, we do not know.
Listen, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts
are. Carl Colin, shout out. We got a new channel member. Ding, 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 ding. Make sure you go to the community tab because there's a link there for channel members to get signed up so we can send you your shot glass. They're showing Calais Campbell up there. I'm going to tell you that Calais Campbell got hit one time and was knocked completely out and was paralyzed and carried off in a stretcher and played the next week. Sometimes you get hit in these things, and that could have happened to the Eagle player yesterday because they released him from the hospital last night. You know, you take these violent hits, who knows what the hell happens to you?
It's a car accident every play. I mean, it literally is. That's why when you have teams that have to play on short notice, it's so hard, let alone multiple times a year like Dallas has done this year. Let me hear this.
A new Ant-Man on ESPN.
They're working on him.
They're still working. Okay. It hasn't come back on TV here.
I'm just seeing Calais Campbell now.
They're still on the field.
It's not good.
I mean,
They're still working on him on the field. That's a long time.
Yes. Yeah, they're working. They were working on him.
For 9 minutes.
They're doing CPR on him.
Oh my God.
9 minutes. He's been
Oh my
down.
God.
That's
They're doing
crazy.
CPR. That means his heart has stopped.
I told you that.
Oh my God. Trey. They're administering CPR on the football field right now for 9 minutes. Oh my God. Safety
Oh, that's
Hamlin.
not good.
Oh my God. This is the NFL's biggest fear. Safety is for they've been doing CPR on him for 9 minutes. He got hit in the chest, stood
It
up,
stopped his heart.
took a couple of steps and fell. And they've got a
Yeah.
safety. His last name's Hamlin. Buffalo, I think. Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Yes. I don't know about you, but
Oh,
it's kind of I got
oh,
a knot in my chest.
I just got chills, man. Prayers. Oh Lord.
Well,
but the thing I don't understand is they're doing CPR on the field. Why aren't they trying to get him on the stretcher and get him to the hospital and doing the CPR on the way to the
that's
hospital?
because he stopped breathing, Mark. That's what that tells me. You can't.
Yeah.
You got to do it right there.
No, I
I've had to
understand
give.
that, but they can be doing CPR on the ambulance on the way.
Well, there's not.
He also hit. Kathy Starn says he hit his head on the side. Good Lord, poor guy.
At this point, you want him to just be breathing and
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
That he like got hit in the chest and it stopped his heart, kind of.
That's kind of what I saw when I saw him drop back. You know what it kind of reminded
Shout
me
out to
of?
Rafael Garcia. Do I get a shot glass? Or if you're a channel member, you will get a shot glass, my man. If you are a channel
Reminds me
member,
of Hank Gathers. Remember that, Phil? I know you're.
yeah.
That was where he just collapsed.
If you're a channel member, go to the community tab in there. There is the link to our Thrive site. Guys, say prayers for this man.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Hopefully.
All right. They were trying to get him stable.
Okay.
Which means that's a good sign.
Oh my God. Thank God.
But I'm not positive, but I think it's encouraging. You got to remember, these guys are unbelievable athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So they could actually withstand something like this and they would bounce back, being able to revive all these things. So that, I was the lifeguard. I had to deal
it's
with
amazing.
That a long time ago.
Yeah, people have no idea what these guys do. That's Diggs. What these guys do for our entertainment, man. I mean, they're taking years off their lives and quality of life off of their lives and stuff to play football. Most people say,
don't ever be mad at an NFL player for wanting money because I was just talking about it. Every play is a car wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it is.
Every play could be the last play you ever play.
I mean, it doesn't happen often, but this is where like technique and everything, and this was just a freak thing. It would happen way more if these guys would lower their head, and usually it's the guy lowering his head who's going to have the issue.
He must have either had a condition or took some type. Now, Simba, no, that's not necessarily the case.
No.
You have to understand
in your chest,
it can stop your heart.
Down. Yes, it can.
I saw him fall back, lost legs, heart stops. That's why I quit playing. I'm only 17, and I got tears almost. Man, this sad. Prayers to him.
Well, that's
what
why
happened.
When you see, sorry to say this, but when you see loudmouths, that's why, like, after the game is over, you'll see most of the time all the players will hug each other, they'll exchange jerseys. There's a big respect thing. It's more the fans
Oh,
It's
yeah.
more the fans that go at it. But when you see certain coaches, and I'm not going to name names because people
Hmm.
are going to say I'm piling on. When you see certain, like coaches want to be tough guys,
Yeah.
yelling at the skit, shut your mouth. Okay, you're not playing the game. The players aren't doing that, and if they normally do it, they squash it right away. So that's what annoys me
That's why
about
they get paid
certain
the big
coaches.
bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the
Now,
thing that the funny thing is, some of them get paid the big bucks, but here's the reality: is um, the average NFL career is about 3 years.
oh, is it down to
I
three?
think
It was
it's
like
3 point
4.5.
something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you have to understand that you're not getting a second contract until 4 to 5 years. Most of these players never get the big money. And a lot of these guys, well, the only thing they know is football. It's the only thing they've ever done. And so when you start thinking about, $400,000 a year and you did it for 2 years, what are you doing the rest of your life? What are you doing the rest of your life? Or if you are permanently, injured, Brad Johnson, who 2 years after he stopped playing, literally had a hard time just getting out of bed.
They were giving him oxygen when they loaded him into the ambulance.
Bubba
Just kind of
Bubba McFarland is they're all somber right now.
well,
He's on a stretcher, but they're not showing him on the field. He's being loaded on
like,
the ambulance.
he's already gone. He's in the ambulance, and the ambulance is gone.
Are you
Um,
are you seeing it?
yeah, I didn't see it. The ambulance leave. They broke away, but I just saw a picture of the field. Everybody, players on the sideline. Um, the only thing that needs to happen is
Oh,
making
now they got
sure
him
that
back still on the field.
they were doing. Hopefully, they were. That they got oxygen to his brain within 5 minutes, which I'm sure they did because that's why they didn't leave the field. Mark, it's a lot easier
NFL
to deal with
rumors:
somebody.
Hamlin passed out after the hit from the Bengals. T. Higgins is being stretchered off the field. Is being stretchered off the field. He had been
T.
administered
Higgins.
CP. I mean, sorry,
Amen.
Bengals T. Higgins is being stretchered off the field. What? Okay, that didn't make sense. Um, they supposedly administered CPR twice, according to this.
Man. Well, hopefully they got him. Mm.
Oh
I
man,
mean, they would have canceled it. Played the next
Well,
day.
you'll know right away.
Man, that is emotional stuff.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, the game's going to have to go on. There's too much implications, but I don't know. Yeah, if the players say they're not playing, they're not going to play. They're
just
still.
looking at
Damar
Twitter.
Hamlin.
Oh my God! Well, Clarence Hill, they've been administering CPR to Hamlin. Please pray. Um, Safety Damar Hamlin has been down the field for more than 10 minutes after the hit. The medical staff is administering CPR to the 24-year-old.
Hold up, I'm watching this.
We will welcome you back here to Cincinnati. We've heard from Lisa, sent it back to the studio. Damar Hamlin fell at 8:55:03. Was on his back, and it went from wondering what was going on to wondering about head injury.
Oh, shit. I've got the damn TV's freezing.
Um,
My
they're going to have
TV's.
5 minutes to warm up, but McDermott went over to the Cincinnati coach and said, "Do you still want to continue the game?" Um, I don't know. They haven't said anything, which is not good.
No.
Normally they'll say, "Oh, well, he was doing this, he was doing that, he was doing this, he was doing that."
Well, they can't. They wouldn't pronounce them dead.
Right. That's
That
what
would be have to go to the hospital.
that's what's scary about it. They didn't say, "Oh, well, they got him stable."
To this 24-year-old safety. And this is
Okay. So the
How
ambulance
do you
is
play
leaving.
football? Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm seeing on here now, I'm seeing the ambulance leaving the field.
Well, they showed backwards. They flashed back to what happened when they
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
because they already met
Gotcha.
at the field to determine whether they're going to restart. They're giving them 5 minutes to warm up.
They'll have 5 minutes to warm up. And Troy, I mean, playing this game for the majority of your life.
I don't know if you need to warm up anymore at this point. Josh Allen just looks shocked.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
His eyes, I mean, he looks teary-eyed.
We're not necessarily fans of the team, but man, it affects
yeah.
us, and we don't like to see that stuff.
I don't care at all if I'm
Oh
a fan
my
of the
God,
team.
no. Well, I know that's what I'm saying, and we're not even a
Yeah.
fan of the team. We're not on the
Yeah.
team. We're not any. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and it's affecting
Yeah,
us.
you know,
It's like,
and
not
it's
in that sense, but like we feel for that.
Yeah.
It's not us, or I'm not going to put us like
you
that.
know, and the thing that it's always driven me, I will tell people, yeah, he's been
Yeah, that's scary.
he's off the field. They're going to resume the
I just hope
game
that-
in 5 minutes. I don't know. They said they administered. He had oxygen when they were leaving the field. A lot of people will say, "Oh man, he's a big pussy." Excuse my language, but he's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
pussy. He's not playing. He's a wimp, or he's a punk. You don't understand how much pain these guys are. When you're talking about getting your head just knocked up off the turf and having concussions and things. Wait a minute, we got the coach walking. We've got the coaches walking in the middle of the field.
Yeah, well, we're watching.
Oh my Lord!
The game is temporarily suspended.
There's so much emotion down here on the Bills sideline right now. After Hamlin was taken away by ambulance, the Bills players just came to their sideline.
Temporarily suspended.
Some players just sat staring out of the field. Other players were hugging each other. Other guys were.
When you are a football player, you're young. You feel invincible.
Yeah. They're incredible athletes.
Back to the bench, just looking devastated, hugging each other, and openly crying.
Yeah, Lisa, as we said, they've been given 5 minutes to quote unquote get ready to go back to playing. That's the word we get from the league and the word we get from out the field, but nobody's moving. I mean, nobody's out there.
They're going to talk about it.
Man.
And it looks like Sean McDermott, after talking to Zach Taylor, is going to pull his team.
It looks like they're headed to the locker rooms.
Yeah, I don't blame it. Even just to get updates and stuff and feel, man, that is scary.
They want to give both teams, coaches, personnel, an opportunity to go back into the locker room.
This looks really bad. That's sad.
This game's over.
Game's temporarily suspended. So what does that mean?
But I don't see them coming back out. If it's, I don't want to speculate, but if the dude don't make it, they're not playing the game.
I mean, unless they, I'm thinking the worst.
That's what I mean.
Because because if there were good news and he was, thumbs up or he was breathing on his own, then that's one thing. This does not look good.
And now these players are going back to their locker rooms, and I assume they'll have a real frank discussion as to whether they want to go back out there and play this game tonight. Yeah, I would think so too. I don't know. Is that?
I mean, you're talking about CPR for 9 minutes.
Well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that's what it is. Like Susie Colbert said, they're not moving forward
until they know something. He's okay.
Stable. Yeah, it's going to be critical, but
this is
stable.
As much as we love the great hits and love the sport and everything else, it's dangerous. It is dangerous.
Well, I'm not going to jump on too much of the blaming game, but just like the defensive guys can't lead with their helmets, the running people shouldn't be doing it as well. We just
Did you see the actual hit?
Yeah.
I was looking down at Tubby and making fun of the Commanders and things, and I
'Cause I
missed it.
rewound it. I rewound it and watched it.
I'm sure. Yeah. I
So
didn't see the hit, but I saw him stand up. I saw it hit through the
Well, he hit the
Bengal
he
player. I
went
didn't
right
see
into
the
the
actual
chest.
hit. Yeah.
And then he turned with him and threw him onto the ground, and then he got up
And then he got up, and then
boom, right back down. Yep.
he collapsed. It wasn't even a fall. He got hit in the chest full speed.
But we're not saying anything. Just we hoping he hit best for him, man.
Yeah, well,
but at least
that's all you want to hear at this point. Football,
man.
Yeah, forget football. This is
scary.
I mean, we've seen players paralyzed before in the field. You know, Daryl Stingley and things. And
imagine being a family member.
Oh,
imagine being a family watching this.
If you're in the stadium there or something,
or even if you're home, that's probably either way.
Yeah.
But you know, as bad as this is right now, think about a lot of the players that have CTE and dealing with that after football as well. Is that any better? I mean, this is immediate, like right now, but you look at the toll on some of these guys.
Somebody in their prime, a 24-year-old kid. It's different to me.
We don't know. He's been taken to the hospital.
We all got a certain amount of CTE.
They've taken the teams to the teams have gone to the locker room to decide if they want to play. It's temporarily suspended. So I think they're hoping to hear something. They said he had oxygen when he was on the stretcher.
They were reviving him for 9 minutes.
Yeah, for 9 minutes they were doing CPR, or they were doing CPR. We've seen conflicting reports. Heard that they gave it to him twice, so it could be they were giving him CPR, got his heart going, and then he relapsed, and then he went back to CPR and got him back going. Can you turn it up just a little bit? Or have somebody not breathe. CPR is get the heart pumping the blood to the brain.
The human body is amazing.
Yeah,
and the fact that he's 24 years old and he's a top athlete.
No, it wasn't even it wasn't even a helmet to the chest. It was, but I mean, it was to his chest. It just was shoulder and.
Sometimes I think that would be worse though, because your shoulder, your
and the shoulder
like
pads,
a helmet, like your neck, the guy doing the hitting, they're gonna absorb some like in the neck. That's not
like
good.
85 is kind
like
of
a
falling
shoulder.
Forward.
You go in with the shoulder, that's all your weight.
Given oxygen, taken by ambulance. Nothing else really matters.
Nothing else really matters. CPR, give it oxygen, and headed to the hospital. I'm checking on Twitter.
Jay Sloan, what he says is right. They give the oxygen to keep, like I was saying, keep the brain alive. He never saw them bagging him. If so, he's probably not breathing on his own. Listen, that's fine as long as they can hook him up, get him in the hospital. He will snap out of it. What normally happens when you're alone or whatever, if you don't have oxygen to your brain for more than 4 minutes, 5 minutes, then you start having issues. This, believe it, as scary as this is, could all work out.
Like I said, I tell you what.
Think about
yeah. And it's one of those things that, like the Eagles defensive end, I can't think of his name right now, but he was carried out on his Josh Sweat. He was carried out basically paralyzed and not being able to move anything, and he goes out the hospital that night. And that was Calais Campbell a couple of years back, where I saw him on the field, and I'm just like, dude, this is somebody I know, and it looked like he was paralyzed, and then A few hours later, he got feeling back, and as you know, he's
Well, if you're
good to
gonna,
go now. So maybe
there's
this
like
is
a
one of.
top. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I say like
They
no, I
made
was
a
just saying like
comment
a
on the
top five of
broadcast.
what's that?
I'm, I'm responding to the chat.
Tom said
Go
what?
ahead. How do we know that they gave him CPR? I just said
That's
that they made the
they were saying on the
statement.
broadcast. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
No, I was just saying that, like, if something was, when things bad happen, obviously, where would you want to be? Number one, obviously, at a hospital. I mean, the type of medical things that they have going on there. I mean, that's probably top five. Where it just sucks. I mean, this is the reason why you have them on hand. It's just a little scary.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think Simba's saying it right. Yeah, this reminds me of the Ryan Shazier injury, kind of. Yeah,
This is
a little bit scarier.
Yeah, I would say so. A little
Yeah.
thought about Ryan Shazier.
Yeah,
That was the guy that the Cowboys had wanted, and they jumped up and took him right before Dallas took. Dallas was able to grab him.
Looking online right now, how long can you do CPR? 6 to 10 minutes. High probability of brain damage. 10 plus minutes.
My
Probable
wife's an
brain
RN, so hold on.
damage. So,
yeah, you can't speculate.
Permanent brain damage begins after only 4 minutes without oxygen. Death can occur as soon as 4 to 6 minutes later. Machines called automated external defibrillators can be found. Okay. So this definitely.
My wife says 20 minutes. Like to a top athlete, they could do CPR from 20 to 30 minutes. But she's been watching it. She said it don't look good as far as her opinion. And I'm hoping she's wrong, but they can do CPR up to a half hour to a top athlete.
Wow.
Breath into you. Oh my gosh.
Being an EMT is hard because I never know what's going to happen. Dang, I hope he's okay. No replay, all anchors and commercials. No need to speculate. He's in God's hands and could pull through. God bless him. You have to cancel the game.
Will not speculate. All we do know is that he needed CPR. Given CPR.
Adam Schefter's not saying a thing.
Yeah, that's not good. That's why I was saying right away. They're not saying nothing, which means they know nothing.
Yeah.
Any good news, they would have leaked out and said, "Oh,
right." Immediately, any good news, they would say.
Sounds like he's not breathing on his own.
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can hook him up, but we'll see.
Yeah. They definitely would want to talk to the family before putting it out here.
Somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's father. They want to know what's going on. It's children to watch it.
They should just cancel. That's the scariest thing ever. May God place his healing hands on the man. What's Justin D? What's being reported? I think what they're doing is they're waiting, and hopefully they're hoping that they get some good news out of this, that he's in the hospital and he's stable, and then resume the game. I think that's what they're doing. I would actually. Here's what my thought would be: is the fact that they haven't canceled it may actually be better news because they don't know. If they knew that he had passed, it would be, we got to cancel this thing right now. And we got to figure out how to spend this thing.
Yeah. Just looking at Twitter. How I knew this was different from your normal was the look of Josh Allen and the players. The the horror in their face was not your normal reaction of seeing somebody who might not have feeling in his lower extremities
Oh
or something.
shit. Okay. It didn't look that bad. When he took the hit in the chest, flipped him on down.
All right. I got something from 10 minutes ago. This is from a blue check mark, so whatever that means these days. I'm told Damar Hamlin has a pulse, but is not breathing on his own. He is being uh, transported to UC, which is kind of what I thought. He has a pulse, but he's not breathing on his own, which
Mm-hmm.
is so. This could still have a good ending, people. So keep the prayers up. Um, his football's done for a
This
year.
game is temporarily suspended. Please stand by for further
Yeah,
information.
yeah. USMC, not good, brother. Not good. Um, CNN has it on now, so you know that's not good. Keep us updated, Cowboys up north.
Yeah. If anybody gets something that you
Hard
know
for
is
us
legit.
to. I got the game on. I got the. I'm going to
Um,
freaking Twitter.
Damar Hamlin he basically took a hit in the chest, safety,
24 years
and
old.
then tackled him, stood up, and then fell back. I didn't see it live. I was actually looking at the Commanders mascot, and ambulance is on the field. Apparently, um, started checking out Redacted, its podcast on YouTube. Um, he was carried off after 9 minutes of doing CPR. There's so much news out there. You don't know what's legit or not. I heard was administered CPR twice. Heard him say for 9 minutes that he had oxygen when he went out off the field. You were hearing that he had a pulse but was not breathing on his own. Let's just say all of it is not good. This literally makes my chest hurt. Um, Komodo cordis is often a lethal disruption of the heart rhythm that occurs as a result to a blow to the area directly over the heart at a critical time during the cycle of a heartbeat. From Jason McIntyre. No word. He's in the hospital. We've heard that he was breathing. Excuse me, that he was not breathing on his own, but he had a pulse.
Sometimes they need an electronic shock to get it back into rhythm. I don't know if they did that on the field. Um, I don't think they did that.
I'm seeing a lot there. Now this is beginning to trend. Thinking about Damar Hamlin, Komodo cordis is called, which is what is trending now, which is basically getting a blow to the heart. Basically messes up the cardiac cycles.
This KitchenAid mixer sold for less than $26. This iPad sold for less than $43. And this PlayStation 5 sold for less than I want these Bluetooth headphones for $20. I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40. And shipping Go to deal-dash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Well,
Shout out Eddie B.
Nothing has changed. Hello. Hey. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
athletic trainers immediately came out and were all around him. And when they first tried to get him
Definitely.
into the ambulance, they had to place him back down on the ground, and that's when the
Yeah.
CPR was being
Yeah.
administered. And it was administered for many minutes here on the field. And then everybody kind of just stood. It was like
Mhm.
people were just in shock, and with good reason, especially down on the field.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then when we
Yeah.
got the update that within 5 minutes these players were going to start playing.
Yeah, we've been putting that out there. Okay. Yeah. No. For him to stood up and then just fall back up. The only thing I can equate anything close to this was seeing Tua with the head trauma when he stood up and then all of a sudden just fell out. But that was a brain thing, and this is the heart. And we have to realize that this sport, as much as we love it, man, it's deadly. Yeah. Gladiators. Yeah. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. The only way that it would be is if they got some great news that he's okay and he's breathing and talking and things like that. And that's where I think that to me, if anything, I think that the fact that they are holding on is that the worst has not happened. That right now they're just getting him to hospital, get him looked at, and and
It
go
looks
from
like
there
his
to get
mother
more
was in the
word on it.
stands.
Yeah, his mother was in the stands, family, and they were in the ambulance when they left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
Okay. Yeah.
out of the just
Yeah.
the
All right.
sheer nature of it,
Okay.
what would they do, Phil, if they
Okay.
had to cancel this game?
Yeah. Appreciate it. All right.
Just curious of the logistics of this.
All right.
Well,
what would they do?
There's
You know what I
nothing
mean?
that we can do other than pray for the man and the family. You said that the family was in the ambulance with them.
Yeah, there was family in the stadium. I heard that on TV. That's what Phil said as well.
So his family came down from the stands to be with him.
Yeah, in the ambulance. He's just unstable. Let's hope that they can get him stable. I mean, they could do wonders. So let's just keep up the good thoughts. And what I will say is, and I understand he's been playing football all his life, but he's a
Mhm.
young player.
Yeah.
Our bodies aren't made for that.
No.
Some people are more susceptible than others, to take certain hits. That's just a fact. I mean,
Yeah.
some people, get nonstop concussions.
I'm with you,
Some
Miss
people,
Gibson. My heart is hurting too.
some people can go their whole career and have hardly anything. It's just
Yeah.
weird how that works.
You think about Deacon Jones when he was saying that he played for 14 years and said never had a major injury and everything else.
Exactly.
And and they said like for concussions. I mean, you think about it. Like for example, you got a woodpecker, which basically his brain is like almost like on rubber bands. It's made to be taking that abuse. Our brains and our body are not meant to be taking the abuse
Tell me
that we
about it.
are. And so that's why literally when you get hit in the head, it's like squishing your brain against your skull. Well, you got a rib cage, which is designed to protect your lungs, your
Right.
heart, and your major organs and stuff. You get a major blow in there, that's compressing all that stuff right on top of it. So, we're just not built to do this on a regular basis.
Yeah. But like I was I'm just talking, logistically. So what do? They cancel the game and replay it in a couple days? How would that
You're
look,
right.
Mark?
I don't know. I mean, how do you play this in a couple of days?
That's what I mean.
I think
Sorry, but it's
I think you
have to
almost end
think
up calling
about
it a tie. Because here's the problem of this weekend is the last weekend before playoffs. So what are you gonna do? Play Wednesday? You gonna play tomorrow?
That extra week they play.
This is. I think you'll see them come out and play. I honestly do.
I think they're gonna wait to get some word. Hopefully, I think they're gonna wait to get some
Here it
positive
is.
word. You getting something?
Well, the officials, like, while you're on the phone, the
Shut up.
officials.
Eddie. Shout out to you, Eddie. I
The
always
officials
good.
called McDermott out of the locker room, told him something, then McDermott went back into the locker room. This was about 5 minutes ago.
Eddie, I always end up in my streams at night with tell the people you love them because you might not get the chance again. Life is so short and so precious. Every day is a gift.
Taken to UC Medical Center
It's-
from the stadium in CNA. Went down after taking stood up down oxygen.
Yeah, I don't think that McFarland should be saying this. If you get a word that he's stable,
See you later, James Steiner. What did McFarland say? I missed
well,
it.
he's saying that they need to stop it. He don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they need to stop it right now. Well, listen, man, just it's okay to give it some time.
Yeah,
It's not I understand what he's saying, but if they say, well, okay, we got him stable,
he's going to be okay. Or
then
Yeah, but I think they should postpone it.
you could play. Or if God forbid, the worst case happens, you cancel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you cancel quite yet. It's 9:42, but what do I know? To me, that would be uplifting to hear as a player that he's good. They all know it's a freak thing.
LA Lakers show. I'm kind of like with you. If you don't play the game, I think that you just call the game a tie. As far as especially with the two teams that you have right here. I mean, granted, one could end up getting home field advantage, but the reality is both of them are going to be playoff teams. It's not going to be where somebody else gets in or out of the playoffs because they don't play this game. Am I crazy on that? I mean, if you're Cincinnati, you want to finish the game and beat the Bills because that would be home field advantage possibly. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be kicking anybody out of the playoffs. That's exactly, but yeah, that's what Adam Schefter. I have to agree with him. You can't take the players back out of the field till you know what's going on.
Right.
He's got to be
I
stable.
agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree. It's just scary. It's just scary.
right. Basically, what these two teams are playing for is for home field advantage. Um, um, if you're a religious person, pray for the man. There's really, I'm with you. There's not really much more we could say. Hmm. We sit here and we enjoy the game. We're sitting here talking about what the Cowboys are going to do and this, the playoffs and joking on the Eagles and so on. And then you have something like this that just brings you back into reality about what it is we watch
What's important?
with such passion and how dangerous it is. Queen Bella, Josh Allen crying made me emotional. Seeing him, that's where I thought the worst. He
Yeah, it
was
wasn't.
definitely
It
out of
was
it.
so he was in shock. He couldn't believe. But it's just
The,
another example.
the only time I've ever seen anything kind of like that was you think about Tua with the brain trauma. When he ended up getting hit and he stood up and all of a sudden you just saw his whole body just go limp and fall out. Now the
Yeah,
difference,
but
of
to see
course,
somebody
is
get
that was brain trauma versus
to see
heart.
somebody love, and to get chest compressions and breath, it's can be exactly very.
Glimmer said he's getting a feeling that he's going to be okay. Debbie Dupree, shout out to you for being in.
I think so
Yes,
too.
one of the
Listen,
Buffalo Bill
I'm so
safeties
sorry.
took
my
a shot
favorite
in the
word.
chest
Listen, right?
and has been taken to the hospital. They ended up doing CPR on him for 9 minutes on the field.
See, that's what I was thinking. Maybe move the game till tomorrow.
Yeah.
It would
The
have to be tomorrow.
game's going to need to be played. So, you know, as
And
much as
then, like,
people
if
want to
you want
give
to worry about
ties
the next,
out, it's
is
not
there
going to
another
happen.
Monday? Is there a Monday night game next week?
No.
Okay.
But
Is there even a
doing
late game, Mark, next Sunday?
the Sunday night game, yeah.
It was.
Is there? Who is it? Is that
I got a picture.
It can't be a playoff game.
Well, they reshuffled the schedule,
Tennessee versus Jacksonville,
which is playoff
Okay.
implications.
On Saturday.
That game is
and
for
on
whoever
Sunday,
wins that one is
Green
playoff.
Bay versus Detroit.
Right.
Green Bay versus Detroit for that Sunday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so of course you've got
That has an implication.
Yeah, I would have made it the other one because if Seattle wins, it don't mean
Yeah,
anything.
but I think Detroit and Green Bay are also.
No, if Seattle
I kind of would have thought that they would have had like us play
Yeah.
early at 1:00 and then the Eagles play at 4:00. So if we win, then all of a sudden now the pressure's on the Eagles to say we got to win.
No, they wanted to make sure that they at the same time, so neither team gets that. Who am I going to rest my guy, and I got to play my starter right at the exact same time. So there is no decision. You have to play it all.
I guess you're making sense on that one.
That's where I knew they were going to play at the exact same time. As much of a pain it was very. I think it was nice on the NFL to wait for that last week.
You know what let's just hope that he becomes stable,
Mm-hmm.
and then they put that news out on the scoreboard,
and then say we're going to resume the game tomorrow.
Or I don't care about that, but the crowd will go nuts that he's stable.
It's been just over 50 minutes since he hit T. Higgins over the middle of this field.
I would say the longer it goes, the better it may be. You know what I mean? I'm speculating.
Well, that's all we could do, Mark, is speculate. We'd have nothing else. But I will say this: they don't give up on young men easy. They will go and go and go. I think he's breathing, but not on his own. So that's what it seems like is happening. Once they get it going, hey, listen, it might be. They're probably gonna have to call it because if you don't know by now, if you can't get a
it's been 50 minutes,
and that's like they're not releasing. Okay, he's in critical but stable. They're not releasing nothing. So
right.
It's a little scary there, but we'll see. Eddie
look at it as a positive if they're waiting
Mark,
for a family. They didn't just try to rush them to the hospital. They rushed.
I did that
for
to
the
Mark.
family.
Shout out to you, Eddie. I love you, dog. I love all you guys. They're going to take a break, give up any updates they have. I've been down on that field.
You've been to Cincinnati?
I had one of the greatest trips of my life, and that was 2012 we were doing the United Way was doing a billboard campaign with all the teams, and so it was mostly during training camp, and so we had to go from, or Tracy had to go from NFL City to NFL City with a photographer to go ahead and get pictures of a player from each team. And we came up with the idea because you had to take the props and all the film stuff. It was like they couldn't fly with all the stuff that they needed. We ended up driving basically across the country in like 3 different legs. And so Cincinnati was on the central trip, and it was insane because we hit Pittsburgh. We went from Pittsburgh to Cleveland, Detroit, then to Cincinnati. And from Cincinnati, we went to Greenbrier, West Virginia, because that's where the Saints were working out, to Tennessee. And from Tennessee, we went to Indianapolis, St. Louis, because that's where the Rams were, Chicago, then across the country to New York, then down to Philadelphia, and then to Richmond for the Commanders. It was insane because we were doing some of these times a photo shoot a day. A couple of times we did 2 in a day, and it was just insane. But you get to see the different training facilities and be out on the fields and so on. It was just unbelievable. I remember we did that photo shoot, I think at 6 a.m. in the morning as the sun was coming up. Take Cowboys. Richmond, you're not funny. This is not the time. We ain't going to get any news anytime soon. This offseason, you can guarantee he changes.
Dermot's on a cell phone right now. Him and Zach Taylor, they're on a cell phone.
Where are you seeing all this?
It's on the broadcast, Mark.
I'm watching ESPN, and I'm at a commercial right now.
No, go to ESPN. It's 8:51 is what the game is on.
Okay.
Or Comcast. Go to ESPN 2, I guess.
Well, yeah, I know what it is. I forgot. She's streaming. All of her channels.
Do you see what happened? I'm not sure if you guys are talking about it.
What?
So it looks like the referee had the cell phone, gave it to the head coaches,
I'm watching
and all that. Okay.
Okay.
Allowing the media to talk to the players, which I think is good. Like, leave the players alone.
It's probably Goodell who they're talking to.
One of those guys.
With Sean McDermott and gave him a cell phone.
Yeah, I see him.
Talking to someone on the phone. Zach Taylor was also outside the Bills locker room. They had a phone to Zach Taylor. Taylor also spoke to that person.
Looks like the game's going to be over.
Somebody else. The 2 head coaches exchanged.
The coaches just hugged and shook hands.
Are coming out of the locker room. They're not headed to the field. Not sure where they are going. They are not allowing us to talk to the players. We're really not sure what is happening. But again, both head coaches hug each other. Sean McDermott is still standing here outside the building.
Yeah, see him.
And those players are starting to come out.
So thank you. You can see Sean Smith already.
Bills players are starting to come out in street clothes or in their uniforms.
This is out of their hands. This belongs to the NFL and to the league office.
Yeah.
Commissioner Goodell. And to be honest, with these 2 head coaches and these 2 rosters, who
he would want them to finish the game.
They're starting to pack up. That's good.
Players are headed to the field, so the game is canceled.
No. Yeah, they're packing
over.
up.
They're packing up everything.
Again, I'm behind because we're streaming.
There was players in like towels as well, talking to each other.
They're loading up the equipment on the sidelines and taking them off the field. So
okay.
This game's over.
There's the bio for Damar Hamlin.
No official word, but all the Bills stuff is being packed away.
Yeah.
Send it back down to Lisa Salters.
Well, Joe, remember I told you Bills players were starting to come out of the locker room. Further down the hall, they were met by Bengals players who came.
I'll be curious to see what they do.
Players were just exchanging hands.
Oh, Lordy. On Twitter. So Skip Bayless, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is critical to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. And Des Bryant retweeted this and said, "Fuck you, Skip Bayless." Excuse my language.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, he's a low
Can't
life.
worry
He's
about
always
that.
been.
Can't worry about that shit.
Mike Fisher, for the millionth time, the real Skip Bayless, and I've known you for 32 years. You are a soulless fucking piece of shit. Wow. You're a real sick individual, real Skip Bayless.
Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut.
Skip, shut the fuck up, bro. This ain't that kind of tweet, fam. Real Skip Bayless, Scooter Magruder, delete this. Everybody, you should be fired and ostracized the rest of your life for that tweet. You tripping big time. Yeah, he is. They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but
Yeah, Adam Schefter's telling you what the conversation was basically about. It's somebody high up in the league office, whether it's Goodell or one of his guys. We're filling them in on the current situation, and they wanted to make a common sense decision. He's obviously not out of the woods, or it's not good. So
people are
they need to
saying
stop it.
People are saying delete the clip. It's trending on.
Coaches were on the phone with the league office, speaking to somebody very high up. That's my guess. I'm going to make an assumption. And so they're being debriefed, and they're describing what they know about Damar Hamlin right now.
They have to.
And they're making
Booger.
a smart, wise, educated decision not to play this game.
Yeah, they're canceling the game because they want this, a kid to remain the focus, not some game.
Right. It looks like they're going to cancel the game. They haven't said anything about him as of yet. This is sad. This is not how this is a possibility anytime they play a game. But this is not what you think is going to happen.
Not only are they canceling the game or postponing, however you look at it, they're probably trying to figure out what we're going to do next to let the coaches know what to do, how we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's the NFL is about spinning it and making sure that they are protecting the shield. They're going to have to address this.
Again, let's go back to Damar Hamlin because he is the focus of everything. He is the only thing that matters tonight. It doesn't matter.
Debbie, he's in a level 1 trauma unit right now.
That we're living in. What you need to do is to see the entire country distinctly button frame.
Amen. That's one of the best things I've ever heard Adam Schefter say. Don't make the game what people are talking about. Make it about Hamlin right now.
Some kind of positive update on Damar Hamlin.
This 24-year-old young man taken to UC Medical Center by ambulance. His mother riding along with him. And the crowd in stunned silence at Paycor Stadium. Teams gathered in their locker room, waiting some sort of word, and the head coach's meeting and with the league trying to make a decision.
Glimmer man, I hope he loses his job.
I want to see Shannon say, "I'm done. I can't work with this guy anymore."
Yeah,
that would be nice too.
That would be, yeah. Just say I'm out. Maybe they're not going to fire you. I can't do this anymore.
This one had a particularly chilling, jarring, frightening feel to it. And all you had to do was look down that field, get an idea.
Yeah, you're talking about warriors out there that are bawling their eyes out.
My thing is, if they cancel the game, why are they these people, like you could tell, it's a struggle for this broadcast. They're not news people. They're here to call a football game. You know, they're not temporarily suspended. There's nothing on the sideline.
All right, so
No, they
Chartika
canceled, right?
Mackey from Fox 19 News. I'm told Damar Hamlin has been incubated and is currently listed in critical condition.
Yeah, that's what I figured they would do. He can't breathe on his own.
RG3, please don't share the video of Damar Hamlin's play. Share this because we are all playing for him. And that was actually the Buffalo Bills on the sidelines.
It's happened before, but this feels so raw and so fresh and so chilling. And
So somebody was asking me exactly what Skip Bayless basically tweeted. Skip Bayless, the lowest life form out there. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is critical to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant.
Temporarily suspended, still in this first quarter, and still waiting for any definitive word from the league. Joe, we just got it. The league.
Oh, da. Shout out to Gina. She just shared with me the same tweet. Jane Slater, a few seconds ago, the league has officially and rightfully suspended the Bengals-Bills game.
The game is officially suspended. The game will not be played this evening. And hopefully, before we leave the air tonight, they will try to provide an update on the player. Damar Hamlin.
So the game is officially postponed.
And canceled.
Canceled, postponed.
Ended, postponed, whatever.
Postponed, whatever.
Yeah, he's been incubated.
This is the scene at 8:59 Eastern.
Intubated, I think it's called.
The faces of the Bills players being consoled by their opponents tonight. The Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. The ambulance took Damar Hamlin away. We got word that he went to UC Medical Center, the only level 1 trauma center in the area. As we were talking and saying that the players were being told that they would have 5 minutes to get back ready for play. The players were standing around. We saw Zach Taylor walk across the field.
Yeah, they're packing up all the stuff.
All the fans are leaving.
Yeah. NFL Players Station and everyone in our community is praying for Damar Hamlin. We have been in touch with the Bills and the Bengals players and with the NFL, and the only thing that matters at this moment is Damar's health and well-being. Joe Burrow has now made his way to the Bills locker room.
We have no update on his status, no official update on his status.
So they're waiting for an official update. Everybody who's here watching, shout out to you.
Your numbers keep going up. It's crazy.
Keep Damar Hamlin in your prayers. If you're just tuning in, he took a hit in the chest and threw the player down. And when he got up, he stood up, he just fell out. From that point, he was being ministered CPR for 9 minutes on the field. We were told he had oxygen. That he had oxygen going to the hospital. His mother was in the ambulance with him when they took him. We've been told that he has been incubated and is in critical intubated. Yeah. So they put oxygen into him. So if there's any good news, the fact that they're intubating, excuse me, they know what I mean. Okay. I'm sorry. They're not hatching eggs. You know what I meant, everybody, okay? That means at least he has still got a pulse and a heartbeat. He is in serious condition, but at least that's some positive news. So hopefully they can get him stable. And, okay. Yeah, the stadium's emptying out real quick.
But I think obviously in the world today, news travels fast on phones, and I think people are well aware that we are finished watching football here tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, just to the emotion down here on the field, particularly on the Bills sideline. Something unlike anything I'd ever seen before. We heard Will McFarland saying from the studio that we've seen players get hurt before. We've seen players look concerned.
Unbelievable, guys. I don't even know what to say at the moment.
Guys were absolutely
praying.
You could see the pain and the anguish on their faces. You could see the concern and the worry. And just to underscore what we've been saying since this happened, we're all
no. These NFL players, Rhonda, have a tough job and an incredible job, and we need to appreciate them for what they do, as opposed to just ripping them and giving them crap all the time.
Where did Phil go? He left?
It dropped out. I don't know if what happened, but I heard it go clip out. Okay. So what now? What we can do is pray and wait.
Damar Hamlin is in a local hospital where he is in critical condition. And that's the update that we have for you.
Pray for the man and his family.
1 hour and 10 minutes since he collapsed on the field.
I don't even know what to talk about. Everything pales in comparison to even talk about right now.
Go back. And in this case, hand it over to Scott Van.
Yeah, I know, Mark. I know. I've just been looking, you know, like I said, they revived him once, but then he couldn't hold his own heartbeat, which is why they intubate you. And what that does is it takes all the stress off your body.
Right.
So you have time to kind of heal yourself a little bit before you're strong enough to actually breathe on your own. So it's a good thing that he's intubated. Yeah, you don't want to see that happen, but at least sucks.
That it does.
24-year-old that collapsed on the field after making a tackle.
This is one of those instances. It's just like you're thirsty for anything. You're just looking for something positive.
I think this is one of them things you're not going to hear anything until tomorrow. It's, just like in some instances they'll induce a coma, just to calm everything down. I'm not saying they're going to do that here. It's a different type of injury. Normally that's with a head injury.
Mark, there are fans that the games are cussing out players with no respect to the players. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about these certain coaches who, like to run their mouths and be a part. Just coach the damn team. Nobody wants to hear you running on the sideline.
Kathy Starnes, it took 2 days for my husband to be drawn out of a coma. My friends, we must pray and truly cause to take major pause. Life is precious, and we aren't guaranteed tomorrow. JSR, you are one. Junior, you are 100% right on that one. Puck CNN, okay. Skip, less of a man needs to be fired ASAP.
Sure, it's not just CNN, people. I'm sure every news agency is carrying this.
This is something we could never be ready for. Lord, the families is in your arms. Amen. Sugar Daddy, he's young. He has a chance.
Yeah, I'm with Sugar Daddy. He's an NFL athlete. He's not a lineman type of guy. He's in top physical shape. If anybody's going to bounce back, it's going to be this kid.
Scott Simpkins, thank you very much, man. I agree with you. Skip Bayless has just gotten worse and worse over the years.
Well, let me ask you this though. Statement.
Although the last part he did say, okay, here's the only thing I can say it says it's irrelevant now. So he's
Right.
at some regards, he's saying, how can you not play this game? But all that seems irrelevant now.
He was basically saying the NFL is having a nightmare,
Yeah.
but you can't do it. It's because of what's happened. That's how I took it. As much as I hate Skip, the more I see the words, I don't know why people are freaking out at him that much. I think Dez kind of read it wrong, and I'm not a Skip
Well,
Bayless
the
fan.
problem here's the problem for Skip Bayless is you don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore because of
Yeah.
you've done so much shit, from Dak Prescott talking about mental health to going after Shannon Sharp's Hall of Fame career, stuff. It's like you don't get a chance, don't get the benefit of the doubt. Hey, Mark, not in the best moods right now because of what happened, but here now. Shout out to you, Riley. When something like this happens, you want to be around people that you care about, to try and work through it. Okay, so they've gone away from the Monday Night Crew. When you looked at Stephon Diggs crying, man. And that's even worse when it's your friend, your teammate that's out there. You're seeing them giving him chest compressions. You see them giving him oxygen, and you're watching this in real time for 9 minutes. That's got to be hell.
CPR administered on the field, as Joe Buck just recently has shared with us. Hamlin is in critical condition. You see the prayers, and we join them in lifting up this young man's name in prayer in the hopes that hopefully there's better news to come here.
I hope that we hear that he's in critical but stable condition.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. They didn't say that.
That he's stable.
No, they didn't say stable. Ryan Clark.
Yeah. Damar Hamlin is right.
That a few hours ago was getting ready to play the biggest game of his NFL career, and there's probably nowhere else in the world he wanted to be. And now he fights for his life. And when Damar Hamlin,
You can see how stressed he is.
when you see the medical staff rush to the
Yeah,
field,
Ryan Clark speaking now. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
him.
I can hear him now.
realize this isn't just football. And so many times in this game, and in our job as well, we use the cliches. I'm ready to die for this. I'm willing to give my life for this. It's time to go to war. And I think sometimes we use those things so much, we forget that
It really is.
dream is putting your life at risk. And tonight, we got to see a side of football that is extremely ugly, a side of football that no one ever, the side of football that no one ever wants to see or never wants to admit exists.
You're right, Antonio.
Crying in that way, your first thought is Damar Hamlin. The second thought is his family. And this isn't about a football player, right? This is about a human. This is about a brother. This is about a son. This is about a friend. This is about someone who is loved by so many that you have to watch go through this. I dealt with this before, and I watched my teammates for days come to my hospital bed and just cry. I had them call me and tell me that they didn't think I was going to make it, and now this team has to deal with that, and they have no answers. And so the next time, I think that we get upset at our favorite fantasy player, or we're upset that the guy on our team doesn't make the play, and we're saying he's worthless, and we're saying
Remember,
all this money. We should remember that these men are putting their lives on the line to live their dream. And tonight, Damar Hamlin's dream became a nightmare for not only himself, but his family and his entire team. And
you're right about that.
In the world, in the space that we occupy, where everyone wants to know everything, and I understand it because we're all part of it. You want to know, and you want to share what you know. And I think that the search for the answers at the moment is ongoing. And so all we can deal with at 10:14 Eastern Time is what we know. And we know that Damar Hamlin fell to the ground. They suspended the game. He was taken by hospital at 9:25 Eastern Time to the University of Cincinnati's medical center, and that's what we know at this moment. And I welcome in Lisa Salters now, who has been covering as best as she or anyone could the events at the stadium as the determinations were made that this game would be suspended. And Lisa, we've all been lucky, right, to do this, to make this our life, to do something we love, to cover games that mean so much. I can't recall an evening quite like this.
This is crazy.
As a human being whose job it is to document these games, how you would describe what this last hour and a half has been like.
It's hard because, like you guys have said,
Jaws, I'm actually getting my tickets tomorrow.
all you can really think about is, I hope that guy is okay. We've seen players go down with head injuries.
Jaws 88. Look in the community tab for the link to be able to get the tickets. Go to my home stream, community tab. There's a posting there with all the information on the tailgate.
Going to get up in that ambulance. He was going to give us a thumbs up, and we were all going to know that he was okay. And when that didn't happen, I think this entire stadium was just devastated. I mean, right now, all I can really think about is that player, his teammates, just seeing the agony on their faces, the concern on their faces. They're scared for him right now, and it should be. We all should be.
Andrew Brandt, in my 10 years in Green Bay, we had some traumas. Some where I called the family, but nothing like this.
Other team, their head coach, those players, just to see how much unity and just unified concern that they all had for this young man. It's been overwhelming. There's a pall over the stadium right now. Like you said, Scott, you come to work. We're expecting to see the game of the
Brad
season.
Harris asked if we can have a moment of silence for
That doesn't really matter. All that really matters is Damar Hamlin.
for Damar Hamlin.
Can't say it enough that we hope that he's okay.
Yeah, we can do that right now. How about we have him? Let me turn it. I don't know how to pause it. There we go. All right, so let's have a few moments of silence for Damar Hamlin. All righty. Let's hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, the official statement from Adam Schefter. Tonight's Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals game has been postponed after Buffalo Bills Damar Hamlin collapsed. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell announced Hamlin received immediate medical attention on the field by team and independent medical staff and local paramedics. He then was transported to local hospital where he is in critical condition. Our thoughts are with Damar, the Buffalo Bills. We will provide more information as it becomes available.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL has been in constant communication with the NFL Players Association, which is in agreement with postponing the game. That was a statement just issued by Adam Schefter, which is everything we knew, but that's the official statement.
There you go. I don't think we're going to find out anything tonight.
No, it won't happen tonight. So, I don't know what you want to do, but
we'll go
to Phil. If people don't know, Phil played college football at the University of Oregon.
Mhm.
He's seen some serious stuff. He wanted to spend time with his lady. He's
Yeah, there's prime
not
time.
doing.
Shocking.
Yeah, yeah. Primetime played. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. He didn't want to say anything stupid. We're not really saying much of anything. Um, what are you gonna say? Listen to people.
Michael, I kind of want to give it the benefit of the doubt a little bit because the first time I read it, it was like, screw you, Skip Bayless. But the way he ended it was okay. You know, he's basically saying, how can the NFL not play this game with, you know, everything that's on the line? But the last line of it was, it seems irrelevant now. So maybe he misworded it, or maybe it was misunderstood from
Yeah, I
what it
think
was.
Sugar Daddy Williams says it right. All of our hate means nothing right now. Just everybody save it. Just, hate's not gonna do nothing at this point. You know, that's
Yeah, it's one of
I
those
think
things
that's a
that
good statement.
you know
We don't know what somebody meant. Let's just stop.
it's one of those things. If you don't like Skip Bayless, you're automatically going to turn it to,
Right.
he said something bad. Yeah, and believe me, I am no Skip Bayless fan. I am no Skip Bayless
Trust me.
fan.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
right now
absolutely.
we've got so much hate and everything else that's going on in the world now. Right now, what we need to be focused on is this young man who's fighting for his life.
It
Actually, I need
is
to
the
get
Jackson. Oh, it's
the big,
Saturday night
yeah,
Jacksonville plays. I
or
got you.
the plug that's in my car that's in there. I'll get it in a minute.
B.A. Cowboys, what's up, buddy? Basically, he shouldn't have said anything. Yes, I
That would have
agree
been
with.
better.
That's the thing. People want to interject their thoughts. You don't have a right to interject nothing. You don't. You don't speak for anybody, Skip. So that I will agree with.
Or on the flip side, he knows that he's going to get a lot of blowback, and you know, as they
Yeah.
say, there's no such thing as bad
Well,
publicity.
like it's funny to say that because you remember the guy who came out and said what he said about Dak's
Mm-hmm.
he made another video.
About the sweatshirt, it's nice to have a mom. Or did he
Yeah.
make another one after that?
Oh no, he made another one.
Oh
He made
lordy.
another one about I forget what it was about, but he made it today. It dropped today. It wasn't about Dallas. Um, it had to do with New Orleans. You know, his Eagles lost.
Of course.
I'm not going to give him any cred. More views. Obviously, he enjoyed the first views,
Yeah.
shares, and all that.
It's like, yeah, I got the whole world. Yeah, okay. Good luck with your future life. And,
Are you that craving for attention that you?
El Boogie, Damar Hamlin, safety for the Buffalo Bills, made a tackle where he got hit in the chest, got up, collapsed, and had CPR administered for 9 minutes, and is now in a level 1 trauma hospital in Cincinnati, um, who's been intubated. And did I say that correctly this time? Um, and is in critical condition.
Actually, that guy was talking about Gardner Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was talking. He actually attacked his quarterback for
Stella,
choking.
there you go, Stella. Put Skip Bayless
Yeah,
in
exactly.
your pay no mind list. It's kind of like,
You know what
it's
I do, Stella? I don't watch. That's
there
what
you
I
go.
do.
I
I don't
mean,
watch him anymore.
at some point you have to realize he's gonna, you know, people that are like that, they're always gonna say some crazy shit. Okay, so it's just like, why are you reacting to it? You are giving them the power by reacting to it. It's not a good time to try and get attention and likes and stuff. That was just bad timing and lacking any class. Shout out to LA Lakers show. Cancel game completely. Players won't be ready mentally. I think if they get some good news on him, I think that they would be the excitement, the exuberation of him making it. It's really sad, Tay. I was in crying. The game's already canceled. That's right, Rhonda. So I don't know if we should continue on. We'll go for till 10:30. See if we get any more news, and then we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
Norlina, I was reading it actually on Twitter from one of the news an NBC News person. Let me see if I find anything else. Well, this was Shannon Sharp 48 minutes ago. Please keep Damar Hamlin and his family in your thoughts and prayers. NFL doesn't have a manual on how to proceed after an incident like this. You know, it's crazy to say that Shannon Sharp has a hell of a lot more class than Skip Bayless. NBC News update. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin, 24, was in critical condition at hospital Monday night after he collapsed on the field during the game in Cincinnati. The NFL said, okay, well, that's, y'all kind of late to the party. That definitely is late to the party. Let's see.
I really like
Hamlin's from
Scott.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Scott's good, man.
Who's that?
Scott. He's
Oh,
with
Stuart Scott. Yeah.
not Stuart Scott. Scott whatever show. Yeah, the tall dude with glasses. He's with Ryan Clark right now.
Yeah, Stuart
Scott
Scott.
something. That's
Stuart
not
Scott.
Stuart Scott.
I mean, not, excuse me.
Stuart Scott
Yeah. Sorry.
passed away. Scott, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, shit.
Scott something. Help me out, chat. My mind's gone blank. I'm streaming too, so I can't look at the show.
All we've ever wanted to do. This is all Damar Hamlin has ever wanted to do. This is the only job in his life he's ever worked for since the time he was
Scott Van Pelt.
That's
it. That's it. You know who I meant. Ryan Clark has lost organs. Remember, he had that condition where he couldn't fly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was blood clots. I think he would get blood clots.
I can't believe I called him Stuart Scott. Jeez, Scott.
He said, "Well, yeah,
I got.
I knew it wasn't Stuart Scott.
Bart Scott. No, it's not Bart Scott. He's an idiot.
Scott Van Pelt. But I mean, you know.
Well, good night, Debbie. Debbie Leading Free. They're outside the hospital.
Negative. He's always had a positive outlook, whether you win or lose. He's just very good at his job. You don't have to be a dick like certain people. Excuse my language. But, you know, I get so tired of the Shady McCoys and the Rex Ryans and people just saying that somebody's horrible. I just get tired of them. They're all great. That
Joe Buck and Troy
play great.
And here we are at this moment, and a young man fights for his life. And gratefully, it's nothing that we have a great deal of context with. But Joe, I'll begin with you. And I salute the work that you all did there, just allowing the moments to happen and trying to provide the context as they did. How do you describe what you've been processing with that?
It's really hard. It's hard just to describe it. I mean, what we all feel. When you think about the Hamlin family and what focus, but this went from a sports story to a news story, from a sporting event to a matter of life and death.
Yeah, Joe Buck is 100% right on that one. It went from a sporting story to a news story to a battle of life and death.
Unfortunately, like Lisa said, you guys have been talking about, we've been through a lot of situations in games where we've stood up here and you're watching medical personnel make sure somebody's okay down on the field. You think they're going through a blow to the head or something along those lines. And
Troy's not saying anything.
Quickly, and it went from what is the typical everybody gather around, let's make sure this player is okay, to those who were on the field in his immediate vicinity administering CPR and really pounding.
Troy's put on him for a championship game. Yeah. Good night, Roger. We're gonna wind this up. We're not gonna find out anything else. In fact, I think if I hear anything, I will definitely do a video and stuff about it as an update. I will say, hold the people you love close tonight. Say prayers for Damar Hamlin, and in the future, instead of treating these players like pieces of crap or pieces of meat, understand that these guys are human beings that hurt like each and every one of us, and they are doing something that is not meant to be done, and they're doing it for your entertainment. Remember that before you start ripping out one of these players, and saying that he's ass or he's a piece of crap and all that. This kind of brings everything back in
Yeah.
perspective. Brian, any final thoughts from you, buddy?
Yeah, I would say that. We all love football. I mean, me and Phil have a channel. Mark has a great, huge channel, a big following. There's a lot of banter back and forth. But at the end of the day, we're all humans. There's no reason to take it to levels that it goes to.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever you let's just keep him in our thoughts, and let's hope that we wake up and we hear that he's in stable
Yeah.
condition, and that's all we could hope for. But maybe
Yeah.
this is one of those times where something horrible happens, and it just
It's a wake up call.
look, we know how this works, right? We get scared for a while, and then we go back to our own ways. But still, it happens for a reason. Let's just hope that people calm down. Let's turn down the heat a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. I
Yeah.
want my team to win, but not at any cost. If that sounds.
Amen. And all of you tonight, take it easy and just keep this young man in your prayers. I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to you later.